All right, today I am going to talk about two of my absolutely favorite foods, why I think they might be two of the most powerful things you can eat for your energy, for your vitality, and your longevity. So, how well you age. So, I'm going to combine thousands of years of wisdom, and I'm going to pull in modern science as well because these two work so well together, and it's so cool to see how they interact. And these are two foods really, if working with midlife women and being in the clinic for the last 30 years, these are two foods that if everyone was to eat regularly, it would make such a huge difference. So we're going to talk about first the vitality, because I think probably everyone here would know what it's like to when you're running on empty, right? But sometimes we don't know what's happening under the surface. We just know, like, oh my God, I'm so tired, and just feeling like we're kind of flatline with energy. So if you have like low energy, you're slow to recover from things, you've got brain fog, you feel like you're aging faster than you expected. The gray hair and wrinkles and things are normal, and we want to make that normal. But if you see this happening extra fast, and if you're in midlife and you're like, what is going on? Your mitochondria might have something to do with this. So the mitochondria are like the energy factories inside every cell. So when they decline, everything suffers. Our energy, our recovery, our cognition, inflammation in our body, and how fast we're aging. So there's a component that's actually produced in our gut from the bacteria in our gut. So this isn't something that we naturally do or we can eat. It's actually a process within our gut. And it's a compound called urolithin A. And it's studied for its ability to support and renew the mitochondrial function. So a lot of people haven't heard of it. And I'm going to tell you ways that you can build this because it's really important that your gut bacteria has to make it. It doesn't exist from food directly. So you think of that amazing little microbiome that you have in there, and you have this good bacteria in your gut, and you want to have a lot of different types of bacteria. And then you're going to eat certain foods, and that bacteria is like, yippee, I can do something with this. So we have prebiotics, which are the food. We have the bacteria, and then after they eat that food or use that food, they produce something else. So urolithin A is the byproduct. We call it a postbiotic, if you will. So these are two foods that have been paired together for around like for thousands of years in different cultures. And these two foods are a great source of the compounds you need to produce this urolithin A. And the foods are, dun, 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 are pomegranate and walnuts. Okay, so I'm going to start with the science, and then I'm going to get into the Chinese medicine, and I'm going to share some ways that you can use it. I'm going to share a recipe that you can use in the show notes. So, and when you understand this, sometimes it really puts the puzzle pieces together so your body's not such a mystery, right? I'm really here to help you understand your body and simple things you do that make a huge difference over time. So what this urolithin A does is it supports the mitochondrial function and cellular energy production. What it actually does is it triggers mitophagy, which is the clearing out of damaged, dysfunctional mitochondria. So like all the healthy ones can thrive. So it's kind of like you clean out your fridge or your closet so you can actually see and use what's there. Otherwise, you just got stuff stuffed in there and it's taking up space and it's not working functionally. It's probably not the best example, but it's the one that came to mind. When it's healthy, it supports our muscle function. It reduces inflammation. It reduces, what do they call it? Inflammaging, like when we have aging process due to inflammation. It also improves our recovery capacity. When that declines, that's when our energy drops and our recovery is bad and that muscles weaken. And then that's the aging, the accelerating, which we don't want, right? We're meant to age, but we want to age vibrantly. We want to radiate. We want to have the energy to do all the things that we're meant to do. So what pomegranate and walnuts contain polyphenols and components that directly feed the gut bacteria. So what's really important is it's the specific gut bacteria to convert these is important. So that's why having diversity in our diet, making sure we're getting a broad range of probiotics and bacteria in our body is key, because if we don't have that bacteria, two people could eat the same thing, the same meal with pomegranate and walnuts, and one is going to produce a lot of urolithin A, while the others are going to produce almost none, because it totally depends on that healthy gut biome. That's why it's so darn important. So I'm going to give you a few ways you can build it at the end as well, based on Chinese medicine and science, because we're meeting the two. So what's interesting, if we bring in the traditional Chinese medicine, which is what I practice, where we often look at foods not only as having nutritional value, but the components that builds and support the body in different ways. So in Chinese medicine, food is medicine, and we look at food and customizing it for the individual. So if someone's depleted in one area, we can pick certain foods that are really going to help build them and help balance their system out. So it's not just simply nutrition. So in Chinese medicine, pomegranates, we say nourish the blood. The blood is the thing that gives your cheeks that nice rosy color, that gives your nails and your hair that luster. It when your brain is sharp and you're able to pull. Wow, I can't. Maybe I need some pomegranate. If you're able to pull words and things quickly and you have enough, it's like the substance in your body. It's like if you're menstruating, it's having a healthy menstrual flow. If you're thing that will help us actually settle at night. So if we're finding our mind is really scattered, sometimes we would say you're blood deficient. This isn't about necessarily red blood cells or iron, although it can be if you're anemic, it can show up, but it can show up even before that. So we'd say it's a very yin supporting food, very good for that. In the yin yang balance, the yin is the more the female hormones, the estrogen, the progesterone. It's more of the being versus the doing. And blood is a fluid generator. So it really helps to deeply nourish. It's like if you have a flower bed that's super dry and parched, when you water it, everything flourishes. The blood is like the watering of our internal garden. That got a bit cheesy, but anyways, you get that. So anything we look at the food as having what's deep ruby red color. It looks like blood, and we say things that look alike will build, and we have science to build back this stuff up as well. So so there we go. So it helps to build the yin, the fluids. It's really great after burnout or chronic heat or when you've just been pushing too long. So it calms irritability and nourishes the heart system, calms the mind. And it's really beautiful for women post-stress, post-menopause, burnout. These are the women that I work with every day. So having pomegranate, you can have it in to build a Urolithin A, it can be pomegranate seeds, or you can get pomegranate juice, 100% pure pomegranate juice, and that will also work. And then in the walnuts in Chinese medicine, it's a classic, we say kidney tonic. So if you think of kidneys as like our bank account of energy, we'd often call it your kidney jing. This is really key for longevity. If like premature graying of your hair, feeling like you have got low back pain, knee pain, you're waking all through the night, you're not having that resourcing, like feeling resourced, that can sometimes be due to a kidney deficiency. So walnuts, we say, I actually have some here. They look a little bit like a brain, and the kidney system actually influences our brain and our ability to have a strong, healthy brain. It is building the blood. It supports actually yang energy, but it's a great tonic. It's like a very super powerful building blocks. So it's always been linked because of this brain function. It's linked to cognition, memory, and our aging as well. Nature is not subtle. Nature has lots of, it's like big neon sign. This works on your brain. Pomegranate juice works on your blood. It looks like blood. And what I love over time is as science catches up, they're like, oh yeah, this actually does work on your liver. It does work on that brain health or memory health as well. So obviously, as we're doing this, it's building Urolithin A, which works on the mitochondria, which is linked to our energy and to our recovery and to our longevity. So kidney energy, we want to replace that after chronic stress or overwork. Like I said, if you have low back pain or knee pain, sometimes reproductive stuff is linked to this. It also nourishes the bones and the marrow. So this includes the nervous system and the brain as well. So together, those two, pomegranate and walnuts, they nourish the essence, the blood, the yin, a little bit of yang movement, deep nourishment, circulation, moistening, grounding, revitalizing. So this combination is beautiful in addition to knowing it from the Western side as well. So, so where do I want to say? Oh yeah. So what I want to just highlight here is that the gut is the bridge for this. So we can, as I said, you can eat the food, but if you're having leaky gut issues, gut disharmony, you're having loose bowels, IBS, if you get pain after you eat, if you're not actually eating diversity in your diet or you don't have a good, healthy microbiome, then your body's not actually going to be able to utilize everything that comes from the food. So it depends really on this microbiome. So some people lack this bacteria. So that's why, if you've had chronic antibiotics, chronic stress, which shuts down the gut motility, if you have a lot of processed food, alcohol, like alcohol a lot, or you've just been in that fight or flight state for a really long time, this can shut down that gut motility. It's not to freak you out because the body is programmed to heal and there's always something you can do. So what we do is just listen. If your gut microbiome is out of balance, you've got inflammation, your hormones you're not producing hormones, your mood is really unstable, you're just feeling exhausted, then you work to reset the gut, introduce some of those good bacteria back in and eat that diverse diet, and your body's going to be resilient. It's like, thank you, I know what to do with it from there. If you have issues, I've put some links down. I have a few really supportive, simple courses to do, like a gut reset or to work with your nervous system. So I have a free nervous system handout that you can also download if that is you and you're like, I have been stressed for so long. This will help as well. So really, when you're eating well, and you're not feeling like you're thriving, or you're not eating well and you're not thriving, it's really just taking a little bit of time to tend to that gut is really important. So I'll put some links in below, but in Chinese medicine, we say that's related to the spleen, stomach, qi. And when it's deficient, we can't assimilate and digest the nutrients. Our body can't transform what we're eating into nourishment or usable energy. So you can eat that excellent diet, but it's not actually doing that. So this is the same thing as the microbiome. So what you can do, little things done regularly, make a huge difference over time. So you don't need to supplement, stack, you don't need to take a ton of things. You need to actually nourish the ecosystem that's you. So there are a few things that you can do to these building blocks. Warm cooked foods first thing in the morning, avoid raw if you've got any of that gut stuff. Small amounts of raw after warm, maybe in the summer, but if you're really struggling, start, I believe, like this is one thing alone, people have transformed their gut. Start your day with warm cooked foods in small amounts. So pureed soups, things that are just warm cooked vegetables. Try to mix it up every day, but having that regularly will start like stoking your nervous system or your gut system and putting it back online. Also take care of your nervous system, making sure that you're doing some things that are calming before you eat so that you're out of that fight or flight state and into that relaxed state. Lots of videos. I'll put the link to all my nervous system tools in so you can find one that works for you. And then you want the building blocks, right? Those polyphenol rich foods that are the building blocks. So like the pomegranate and walnuts, really, really the star pairing. Berries, raspberries, a lot of those fruits, dark purple grapes, cranberries, pecans, green tea. They also really important. They also help build that urolithin A, and they help feed that gut bacteria. And then prebiotic foods, things that are really going to help build that gut biome: garlic, onions, leek, asparagus, dandelion, oats, apples, Jerusalem artichokes, flax, chia, lots of great foods in there. Fermented foods will help build the microbiome and the diversity that you need. So like miso, tempeh. If you can't do yogurt, there's lots of other things that you can do. Sauerkraut, kimchi is also great. Not too much yogurt or cold dairy if you've got that gut disharmony. And over time, this will start to feel better and better, and that you'll start to have all that good food will start to be able to be transformed into the energy, into that chi, vitality, decrease your inflammation and increase your longevity, because that's what we want. This is what we want: you to feel good in your body and feel like you have the energy to do what it is that you're here to do. Everyone's here to be doing something different in the world. And if you're in midlife or menopause, this is a portal. It is really helping you to filter out what isn't working, what is. And if you've been pushing through for too long and your gut and your microbiome is at the cost of that, just do these little things over time. And over time, your body will respond and you'll feel better. So there you go. Lots of things, pomegranate, walnuts, they're your friend. Make sure your gut is healthy. Lots of tools in the links below. If you know someone that would benefit from this, share it. I'm here to help as many women as I can thrive in midlife and beyond, and even when you're younger. So there's so much you can do. All right, have a beautiful day or evening. I will see you next time.